Hey, what's up? I know it's been a while, like what, more than 7 months? So, during that time, I've been busy building a bunch of good stuff, and honestly, I haven't shared much of it with you. Oh, and I wrapped up my internship too. Learned a lot about Next.js, React, and all the good stuff. But here's the thing, to make your life as a Next.js developer a lot easier, I want to introduce you to something I've been working on. Ta-da! EV0 Stack. Oh god, how do I do it? I know we already have T3 Stack, and recently Josh tried coding also launched JStack. But hear me out. EVO's been out for over 3 months and I haven't even promoted it on YouTube yet. But guess what? Some of you already found out about it. So shout out to the ones who have been using it. You guys are awesome. Not being Homelander, by the way.
Oh, and you guys. You are the real heroes.
But for the rest of you, let me break it down. What is EV0 Stack? Well, it's basically a pre-configured developer stack for Next.js that saves you time and energy. You know how annoying it can be to set up a new project from scratch? With EV0, you can get all the essentials like TypeScript, Tailwind, Drizzle, Clerk, Supabase, and all the other cool tools baked in. You can just use the CLI tool and it will set up everything for you in seconds. Now, enough talking, let me show you how easy it is to get started with EV0. I'm gonna walk you through a quick tutorial using the CLI. So let's dive in and see it in action. So first of all, we're just gonna open our terminal. If you wanna visit the website, here it is, evo.vercel.app. All you need to do is get this command, copy it. So I'll be using bun. You can use npm or pnpm or yarn, whatever you like. Once it is copied, we can just open our terminal and we're just going to paste it. Now, by default, you're going to be using the init command, but if you remove it, you'll get all the possible commands or options you can have with EV0 app. Now, there are some default options for EV0. If you want to set this up, you can just write bunx create EV0 app, then -d. And that will set up your default app for EV0. If you just want a raw project with no external configuration, you can just use -e or it will create an empty project. Now there are other tags, but what I'll be doing is just be using the init command. So let me just clear it and I'm just going to write bunx create EV0 app at latest and then init. This will ask for a project name. By default it will take as evo-app. I can change it if you want, but I'll be keeping EV0 app. Next up, you can choose your authentication provider. We have Supabase Auth and Clerk Auth. If you want to integrate your own auth provider like NextAuth or Auth0, you can just select none. But for example, I'll be using Clerk. Next up, you can choose your DB provider. We didn't add the option for MySQL because as far as I know, the only MySQL provider is PlanetScale and that is not free. So I couldn't test it using PlanetScale. So I only had 2 options, Mongo and Supabase. By the way, here's the catch. If you decide to use Supabase, you will get Drizzle as your ORM, but if you choose Mongo, you will get Prisma. I'll be using Supabase. Next up, you can choose your additional features. Currently there are only 2, TRPC and Upload Thing. Upload Thing is Theo's own service, and this is the first time I'm actually seeing the new UI, which is great. Wow. So you could just use TRPC or Upload Thing. These are multi-select. So for now, I'll be selecting both of them. Now it will ask whether you want to initialize a Git repo. If you do not want it, just hit N and enter. It will install all the dependencies for you, but for some reason, it's kind of slow. So I'd recommend putting N, like no over here, and then installing it using bun-i or npm-i, whatever. The project is set up. We can just go to cd evo app, and we can just hit code dot. And ta-da! Your project is ready. You have T3 env already set up, you just need to format it. By the way, you need to install the packages, right? So bun-i, I'm just going to install packages quickly. Now once the packages are installed, you can just hit Ctrl S because we're actually using Prettier over here. So it will auto format everything. Here's the thing though, you'll be getting a .env.local that will contain all your env secrets based on what you chose while you're making the app. And as you chose Supabase as our database, we have our Drizzle. We already have predefined our Drizzle schema over here in the lib drizzle schema.ts. We have already done the connection for you. Next up, we already have set up the shared CN for you over here in the UI tab. We also have made a form with sign in and sign up. that takes the username and email. You can change it to have password, first name, last name, or whatever you want. Next up, we also set up a OAuth connection with Discord. As we chose TRPC in the additional features, we also have TRPC set up over here. And we have also showcased a TRPC router with a dummy data right over here. Now, currently it will not run because we need these envs to start, because I can actually show you if I hit run dev, it will give me an error that the envs are missing. So what we can do is just bypass this thing by commenting this out, and I hope it should be working. Yeah, it started. I guess I can just hit the endpoint. Yeah, there's a problem that there is a provider in our server provider thing, this thing. So what we can do is remove it from our providers in layout. This and this. This should be working. So this is what we give you as your landing page. Now by the time you watch this video, there will be a blog available explaining every aspect of EVO, like what challenges we faced to make it and how we solved them, and how the CLI works internally, and everything you need to know about EVO. So I'd be happy if you try EVO app in your own project. There are some existing apps with this one, like for example the Create EVO app, obviously the own website of EVO, then post it, my repop of social media platforms. Next up, Haravan. I'll be making a video about this very soon because there are some things we need to talk about. And last of all, Cryptor. That's it for today's video. I hope you really liked what I made, what I've been doing. Feel free to support me on Ko-fi. This will really help me out. I'll be sharing the link in the description below. I'm also live on Upwork, so if you guys have any project that you want me to give, feel free to reach me out. You can join our Discord server, chat with us, get help about Next.js, web development, anything. And I guess that's it. Peace.